Scott, thanks for coming. Please have a seat. I'm just trying to understand something.
Ah, a scientific query. Let us engage.
No, not quite. I just wanted to understand what you were doing with Alan under that shadow path. A couple mutants saw you and said you told Alan that you knew what he was, and that you could do... Of course, the jackass didn't give a damn. All he wanted to know was where we were. But what the hell were you trying to do, Scott?
Do? I wasn't doing. I was doing something, but not what... There are opportunities in life. He might have become an ally, a great Technomancer. Even if you're not friends, he could... I was... a mistake.
Scott, how long have we known each other? How much do I owe you? You're like a father to me. You know that. And you could tell me anything.
Yes, and you like a more than a son, without all the messiness of diapers and all of... I'm just a stupid, silly old man, Zachariah. It is a rather laborious story, some of which you know, some of which it was 17 years ago. With our corporation's unparalleled obsession with the perfect man, I found myself ensconced in gene research. My son, my flesh and blood son. I loved that child, cherished him like nothing else, but my work stole time from him, more and more, and when he was diagnosed with symptoms of the mutation, I disintegrated. As the best geneticist in abundance, I ensconced myself in research of its genome, discovering its mutation, and I heard whispers of tests the settlers had made, because they, too, had been coping with the chaotic mutative effects of the radiation. So, my friend, Mark, delivered me to a distant city, remote, nearly unlivable. I stayed there, poring through their documents until one day, I uncovered their work on a therapy which had only a singular side effect.
It modified the human body's electrical production.
Precisely. Technomancers are the result of a controlled genetic manipulation, mutations instigated to protect us from more erratic mutations created by the radiation, a discovery I found myself racing to try out on my son. But first, I needed test subjects. So I volunteered to heal children in the slums. Found 2 young boys there to test its efficacy. And lo and behold, it worked.
Andrew and me.
Yes. Your abilities were gained thanks to my experiments, but that was not all that was gained. I had proof that I could replicate the therapy, and that, you know, now, could resist other forms of mutations. From there, well, I secured a research budget from the military, who in turn assured me they would return my son. But for him, it was too late. The experiment failed to help him, and I found myself with little choice but to end his suffering, rather than see him in a life of slavery, a life of a monster. And to the military, because I could not yet reveal what I knew, as I knew not yet what you were to become. Saw only my failure. I lost everything, found myself socially exiled. And when Andrew's death came, you, Zachariah, became my only chance for success, my only chance to regain my past glory. So I kept close to you for all these years, until you finally became a Technomancer, my success. A chance for me to win back my approval, glory within abundance. I would be the man who created Technomancers. We needed to escape. By seeing Alan, I had hoped to fix that they might take you back, and in turn, I might... Madness had overtaken me. Greed, Instead of being proud of my success in you, I only wanted more and more, and... Forgive me.
Leave me alone. Please.
You were pretty close to Gloria, weren't you?
And how do you figure that?
Let's just say I've gotten a little peek into Nisha's world. If she was just an acquaintance, I don't think the backstabbing would have been taken so personally.
Gloria, you are... Oh no.
Nisha, don't stay here. You shouldn't.
Zach, I'm not a child. Let me listen. I have to know. I have to... Nisha, I heard that you had left Ophir, that you come back here often now. I know that I won't be able to see you and tell you all this in person. I don't have the courage for it. So I hope that someone will give you this message, that you will listen to this and that you will forgive me. I did something awful, something that haunts me every day, every instant, something with which I cannot live today. You have always been strong, so much more brilliant, prettier. And me, I was in your shadow, and I felt that I was suffocating. So I went to see a man, a thief. I knew that he could plant false evidence and that he turned in people to the ASC. I said that you knew some things about their trafficking, that you were dangerous to them. And it worked. Too well, because they came to arrest our whole group. And during all those years spent with you in the camp, I knew that we were here because of me. When I saw how they were torturing you when Nick died, I also wanted to die. But they refused. Today, I still carry the weight of my mistake and I can't bear it anymore. So farewell, Nisha. Farewell and forgive me. Your sister, Gloria.
I'm sorry, Nisha. Come on, let's go. I'll take care of the funeral. Don't worry.
I'm sorry, Nisha. If I can help or, you need to talk, I'm here. If you need it. Anything.
Yeah. Thanks, Andrew.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
I need allies to fight Victor in the ASC.
Then you came to the right place. The bastard came to our doorstep and threatened us. Sent thugs to capture one of our own who came in peace, seeking refuge. There's not a day that goes by that he doesn't grab and gain more power. The time's come to bring Victor down. You not only have me on your side, Mancer, but all of Noctis.
Zachariah, I'm going to need your investigative talents.
What's going on?
You probably remember that someone turned in my mother. She was one of our backers in Ophir. Without her, our plans to smuggle out our brothers are quite impossible to happen. And I miss her a lot. And then there was Kane's attack while we were about to seal the deal with that Aurora official. Someone turned us to our enemies once again. This can't be sheer coincidence. Someone is trying to slow down our effort and impede our cause. Beyond the fact that what happened to my mother deserves vengeance, I must stop the one who is behind those betrayals, or he will end up making our young nation lose.
Are you thinking of someone in particular? Maybe Kane's men? After all, he did step in to scuttle the negotiations with the merchant.
No, only a few people knew my plans, and even fewer my mother's identity. Especially not Kane. He must have been given information on the negotiator. I don't have a name, unfortunately, and that's why I'm asking for your assistance. It's probably someone close. Someone who lived in Ophir with a good excuse to travel to Noctis often. You're good at investigation. I've seen you at work. Help me find the culprit and stop him from doing any more harm.
All right. I guess that we could learn more about that traitor by talking to the Valley people.
Thank you, Zachariah.
we come.
Someone sounds excited.
Well, duh, the landscape's drop-dead gorgeous. As for the city, integrating with the valley's natural overhangs and alcoves to avoid using a metal dome, pure genius. Makes me worry about getting fried. And we'll always be strangers there.
For now, most mutants don't have an innate hatred for humans. We just need to give them time to heal.
Still, we'll never be able to walk a mile in their shoes. For that, we'll always be outsiders. I ain't mad, though. If I were them, it'd be my personal mission to fuck up every single humanoid who said good day to me.
Right now, we must focus on uniting our nation. I understand you find it difficult to feel at home, but know that you are a friend, and that as long as I live here, you will be welcome. And when our people are finally free, I know many of my brothers and sisters will welcome you too.
Don't stress out about the roof. You won't be instantly mutated. I have heard tales. But yeah, what a beautiful place. Natural, organic, how refreshing. Humans should take notes.
This city makes me sad.
You're not gonna cry, are ya? I just had these seats cleaned.
I mean, I think I would have liked to, know before of its success. It's all right. Sad is too grandiose. Wistful, yes, wistful. By Jove, I've done it.
Look around, please, but don't break nothing. Many fragile things. You break, you buy.
I'm looking for mutants that may have been in both Ophir and Noctis the past few years.
There are many. Before settling in the valley, most mutants from Ophir passed through Noctis.
Any of them still go back to Noctis regularly? Any that might have been close to Phobos back in the day?
Fewer than many, for sure. Why? Are you still watching us? Think we still belong to you?
Stop. Don't do that. My friend here is only trying to help me with a personal issue. One of our own, I believe. Sabotage missions we took on to try and help Mutant Valley. We are trying to figure out who that might have been.
So, someone with a grudge against you. Perhaps one of Kane's clan.
But they wouldn't have known about Phobos' mother.
Then someone from Kane's clan who was once close to Phobos. His friends Deimos and Seth may fit that bill. Can you let me return to my work now?
Sure. Of course. Thank you. Goodbye, then.
Of course. Come back if you're ever in a buying mood.
Hi there. You know Phobos?
I should hope so. It was him who freed me from the mine I was forced to labor in. Thank you, Phobos, from my heart.
You are welcome. I hope we will all be free someday.
Someone tried to sabotage his plans. Maybe the mutants who used to be close to him. The ones that went to Ophir and Noctis.
Whether they went to Ophir or Noctis, I do not know. But I have heard the two of your right hands, Seth and Deimos, hold a grudge against you for abandoning them. And Seth, I have heard, has grown close to Kane.
In Mutant Valley?
No, not there. We saw them for a short time, a long time ago. Perhaps you can catch up to them.
Thank you.
I cannot believe this.
Who are Seth and Deimos?
I escaped with Seth. He was one of my first companions. I would have died time and time again without his help in the desert. Would have never been able to succeed in my first attempts it's seeding Mutant Valley. And Deimos is the radical type, but always a good companion who was integral in building Mutant Valley. We took our freedom names together.
Freedom names?
Names to take back our identities, re-earn our dignity from names like dirt and scum that identified us before. When a mutant finally understands what freedom he has, he usually changes his name, and for such occasion, we have developed ceremonies. Deimos and I chose, together, the names of our planet's moons, the names of the sons of the god Mars in ancient Earth mythology, names that gave us strength and pride, elevated us from the lows we had been dragged through.
I'm not saying it's easy to know you've been betrayed. I know that as much as anyone. But hell, Phobos, given what you've gone through, you can't really expect anyone to still act with the greater good in mind.
No. But this time, such a betrayal cost my mother her life.
Please, Seth, let me live. I did nothing.
You betrayed your people, never stopped being a slave, supporting Phobos who is more human than mutant. You deserve to die!
Seth, please! Allow me to take shelter.
Seth, it is you who are the traitor. If your hate for me is so great, let Deimos go and come after me. Let your rage be fulfilled.
Thank you. Thank you for helping. I thought that was the end.
Why?
Why what? Why did I turn in your mother? Ruin your plans with that man from Aurora? Because you Phobos are a traitor. Closer to your human mother than to us. Your own kind. I thought cutting that cord might pull you back to us. I was wrong. Even now, you leave us to go with that human. For what? While idiots like Deimos dote on you, defend you, swear you have had your reasons. Cain may be savage, but at least he knew where his loyalties lay. Remembers what we all went through.
Does your hatred have no ends, Seth? Does the cancer still spread through you?
It's my turn to ask, why, Phobos? Why did you abandon me?
Zach, look, I know Anton and the boy could bring a lot of support, but they're bad people, Zach. They exploit the poor, force corruption, and always try to get their greedy little fingers into every part of the planet. Plus, you know damn well Dandolo won't take an alliance with anyone who works with them. And honestly, imagine if we win. How much power would Anton Rogue walk away with?
Do you believe the tale about Aurora's dowser? What? That he was killed? It's all BS, if you ask me. There was more now.
Don't know if you've heard, but they're supposedly signing a truce with Aurora. Can you imagine? After everything they've done.
You know, if the
They
rebels ever
attacked our
found a
city.
way to actually be heard, they could do a lot of good for Abundance. But that's not gonna happen today. And if you team up with them, doors are gonna close real quick in your
She's
face.
still fighting
The
for
army's afraid of them.
Yeah.
So I doubt your
Any
captain's
news
gonna
in
want to
ages.
help you anymore if you're working with them.
Contact with our soldiers.
I don't know what the right choice is, though.
But worried.
It's not
No
just
idea
about
what we're doing.
overthrowing Victor, but also doing the best thing for Abundance's future, too.
Captain, good to see you. I know this will sound crazy, but I need your help. The armies. I think I've come up with a way to turn the Assembly against Victor, but for it to work, I'm gonna need allies.
It's not crazy, Zach. He's out of control. Something needs to be done. The Army always remembers a good soldier's loyalty. Sure as hell can't help you officially, but we'll do anything we can for you under the table.
Now that we are at full strength, we must devise a way to compromise Victor's popularity at the Assembly.
I've got a lead. There's this grizzled old general who's been bitching about the lack of info he gets about Aurora. Right now, he's the only one with the balls to call Victor the Dictator incompetent. According to him, the Aurora Dowser's down shit creek and may have been booted off his post. If we can prove that General is right and isn't just some senile old man, maybe the Army's head honchos will be pissed enough at the Colonel to kick his buns in the sun.
But we would need hard evidence.
I'm almost positive that Dandolo can help us. Noctis sends merchants everywhere, after all.
We also have some connections with Technomancers over there. They should be able to tell us what happened.
We could try Anton. Aurora's a little far, but there's no place that's safe from Anton's little birds.
It's a start.
Even if abundance is run from the top down, members of the Assembly would pay attention to uprisings. Some of your local allies could help you stir up some anger in the masses. The ASC has made their lives miserable for months. People are arrested on a whisper, live huddled in fear. It would not take much to spark the powder keg.
It's a good idea, but we can't influence entire populations by ourselves. We'd need allies hidden among the people.
Back when I was an artist, I got into some altercations with Assembly members who thought my shows were blasphemy. Maybe it was because I didn't say "Hail to the Shadow" 50 times. I can't say for sure, but if we could get them to think that Victor isn't a devout believer, we could get the large religious sect of the Assembly to revoke their support and demand his banishment. Or we could just give them a little nudge in the right direction by making them believe Victor steals relics for his own use.
We'd have to stage an elaborate setup, but I like it. After all, the trickster must get what he gives. We'll need volunteers that can pretend to be ASC. The plan is right up Anton's alley. It's possible for Dandolo or the opposition to help us out too.
One last thing. I was told the High Judge endorses all of Victor's decisions, even though I know for a fact that he hates him, which is more than a bit strange. The judge is such an honest man.
Or if you're in the mood to make a scandal, I've got everything we need. Did you know that Victor employs young women to worm out information on men he keeps tabs on? And I'm not Victor, but I have a feeling he used that info to blackmail these same men. If we can prove it, the Assembly would have a major meltdown. Their beloved colonel, a pimp? To find evidence of his trafficking, we could look for the orders he gave his goons. Have you seen his hands? Far too immaculate to be doing this dirty work himself.
Avori aren't doing anything about it. Must be profiting from it somehow. This is a dead end. We need to find a new approach.
Indeed. How's this? I've heard that a small faction of the Assembly blindly backs up Victor, no matter how crazy the project is. So I believe it almost certain that their chief of this faction was bribed. So unless we bribe him ourselves, we'll have to silence him.
It's not ideal, but I have no way of finding out what dirt the ASC has on that man. We'll have to go without his support. Hope we can get enough voters elsewhere.
All these ideas will indeed cut off Victor from his support network.
But
this is going to sound self-interested, but if we could help the mutants escape from the pen, it would expedite the Colonel's downfall. The people and the Assembly would be outraged to know that after decades of civilized control, Victor was the one who couldn't keep them in check. I'd like to see the Colonel try to justify his mistake of so many slaves, particularly ones notorious for their feeble minds.
no, it's not selfish. It's a good plan. We're gonna help mutants in the pen prepare their escape. After a mass breakout like that, his reputation will never be the same. Thank you, all of you, for the ideas. Now let's make them happen.
Zachariah, I've received a message from Dandolo. He has some information on the disappearance of patients.
Really? Did he learn where he was taken?
The ASC had him locked up in an old dome near Ophir. In his message, he says that it's a dome that Technomancers used to use. Does this sound familiar to you?
Hard to forget. Yes. That's where initiations would take place before a mantis destroyed everything. We'll have to go free him. The place must be teeming with soldiers fighting for Victor. But we can't leave the old Technomancer in their hands. I think we got everything you need. You able to fix the pump now?
Yeah, I got this shit on lockdown. Give me the parts. Shouldn't take long.
Hi.
Zack,
I got your well taken care of. No more...
A man of your word. Take this. And if you have more time, a serious matter has come to my attention. Our observers in Ophir report that a mutant group there now faces execution.
Probably fixing the city's shutters. Aurora's attacks blew a hole in Ophir's roof, considering how important it is to get it fixed.
Humans hurt other humans and mutants face death. Yes. Well, they are being held apart from the rest. They must be saved, Zachariah.
I'll do what I can. Can't guarantee anything, though.
Your best is better than our nothing. My brothers in Ophir.
Good news. I have enough water for my plants again.
Yes, all thanks to Phobos the Wind.
Mr. Mancer, I was sent by an important citizen. He's in need of your help and promises great support in return. He is waiting at the curiosities for you.
I'm guessing you're not gonna give me this important citizen's name.
No, just, he says he already owes you his life. I need to go. Can't risk people seeing us together. Goodbye.
Greetings, Zachariah.
Rumor is Aurora's dowser was deposed. I need to know it's more than rumor, though. If it's true, we might be able to convince some members of the Assembly that Victor needs to go.
Even though I don't like the idea of continuing the conflict between Abundance and Aurora that has caused so much suffering, if it's what needs to be done to dethrone Victor, I have a few contacts among Aurora's Technomancers. They're not quite brothers, but they're at least like cousins. And I've heard their messengers nearly always follow one particular shadow path. Let me show you. This one here. If you go, you may be able to stop one of their couriers. If the news you're expecting is as important as you say, I'm sure it will be in the documents they are carrying.
Thanks, Melvin.